Medicare is in the air. Hi, I'm Peter Orona, licensed agent with ABCDMEDICARE.com, serving the Phoenix metro area. It's that time of the year to review your Medicare plan options and changes for 2023. I'm here to help. Contact me at 602-770-9062 or visit ABCDMEDICARE.com. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to those plans we do offer in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov or 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all your options.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the guests and callers and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Networking Arizona is brought to you by Hypnotic One. You can visit them on the web at hypnotic1.com. That's hypnotic1.com. Hypnotic One, helping you succeed by eliminating the underlying problems. Networking Arizona is also brought to you by L. Anna von Strassenberg CPA. Excellence in integrity in accounting. Visit ArizonaCPAs.com.
Welcome to Networking Arizona with host Carol Blonder. You'll hear interviews with businesses located throughout the valley. Networking, it makes a difference.
If I traded it all.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm doing the show a little differently. I'm telling everybody every day because it's so exciting because now you could see me along with my guests. And we did that because of COVID before, but now I am on the videos with everyone. So you go up onto Facebook. We're live on Facebook. So hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. Put in Networking Arizona and watch me in here doing the show with all my guests. My first guest is Peter Orona, and he has now been with me for so many years, done so many things with me, and this is your time of the year. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Peter is the owner of ABCD Medicare.
Yep. Hi, Carol. Thanks for having me on the show again. Peter Orona with ABCD Medicare, licensed agents. We have a handful of agents working for us in the Valley, down in Tucson, different areas. But we are a broker. We are an agency, so we help people. We represent all the Medicare plans, majority of all the Medicare plans in the Valley and about across 10 different states. And we help people understand Medicare through education, information, and then we help them find plans that work for them, suit their needs, their lifestyle, medical needs, and help enroll them into the plans.
We always say this when you're on. And there's a couple things. Medicare is in the air.
Yep, Medicare is in the air. Yep.
And the other thing is that you're trilingual.
Trilingual, speak Spanish, English, and also Medicare, which is an unknown language to a lot of people.
And it's really important to have somebody, if you have somebody, maybe you or your loved one, that speaks Spanish, it's nice to have somebody that can speak it fluently for you so that you really understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's important to understand the information. It's difficult, just basic, the knowledge of how it works in order to make a good decision. So having the ability to explain that to people in Spanish so they understand it in their own native tongue is important, and it's also a preference. I get a lot of referrals from people who say, hey, you're the guy that speaks Spanish and you can help Medicare, and that happens quite a bit. So
let me give out his phone number because you only have a certain amount of days left to call. His number is 602-770-9062. His website is ABCDMedicare.com. You can also check him out on Facebook. He's got some great videos, education. You're all about education, and one of the things that I learned before you came on is something that you wanted to talk about. Are people getting, I'm asking you guys out there, are you getting a lot of phone calls out there from people that you don't know that are calling and asking you about Medicare and asking questions, and you have something to tell the audience about this?
Yeah, so, it's there's at this time of the year, you're getting a lot of phone calls. You've been inundated by phone calls or postcards or mailings, TV commercials, radio commercials, guys like me on the radio talking to you about it. And basically, unless you completed a form online or gave someone permission to call you at home, it's illegal for them to do that, and it really they're not working in your interest because they understand that it's illegal to make those phone calls to you. So it's just important for you to just back away from the phone and just tell them that you're not interested.
Well, it's interesting. You said that if somebody they buy lists, they do the listen. I'm telling you why you should call Peter is because you're local. Yeah. Number one reason is because you're local. local, you're here, they meet you, they talk to you, they know who you are. You didn't go buy something to find out their number. You caught them from the people that listen to the show or whoever, whatever.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, when I first started, I bought a list and never enjoyed making those phone calls, right, or doing mailings. By the way, it's just illegal to do, right? And so we're local. We prefer a face-to-face appointment. Most of our appointments are face-to-face unless you're a current customer. There's already a relationship and a trust factor already built. Then we do Zoom calls and over the internet type enrollments. We do changes, but very difficult for me to have a relationship with somebody and learn what they're doing and understand what the needs are when it's not done face-to-face. And so that's kind of where we come in a little bit more personalized and find a solution for them, get to know them a little bit better, what's going on with them, their health, their lifestyle, and find a plan that's going to fit them. Because sometimes over a phone call, it's just difficult to just understand what the needs are.
Well, let me tell you about Peter Orona. He is your Medicare advocate, and you love what you do. You love educating people. That is your big thing about that. I mean, all of the videos that I see that are on Facebook and everything, it's all about it. He also gives you a hat. Well, I've got mine. You can get yours also by talking to him. It's a free service. That's the other thing. It makes, it's a free service to people out there.
Yeah, it's no cost for our services. If you decide to enroll in a plan that we help you with and allow us to help you with that enrollment, the insurance carriers pay us for that service and that enrollment. So there's no better cost going direct to the insurance carrier. It's the same price. Most of these plans are at zero premium, zero cost anyways. But you will get personalized concierge type service from us and helping you along the way when you have questions, finding doctors or prescriptions or what's drugs that are on the formulary. We do a lot more work than just enroll you into the plan.
Oh, let me tell you, because you just said something that you get concierge service from Peter Orona, and yes, you do. I have heard the stories that you've told me about your clients. One of them down in Tucson, I think I remember, it was a specialized case.
Yep.
And it was something about his medications that he was on. You drove down there to actually talk to him.
We had a similar situation this morning. A gentleman, one of my current customers, is on a new prescription. The prescription is a tier 3 drug, so it's pretty expensive. He's probably going to spend through his initial coverage limit in terms of money and then go into what they call the donut hole or coverage gap. And so he was just shocked by the price of it. And so explained it to him over the phone. He still wasn't receiving the information very well. So today, in between meetings, I drove to his house and just met with him and just sat down and just explained it to him, actually calculated the numbers and drew pictures for him. And this is how it is and this is how it's going to work, and try to offer him some advice on what he can do to help mitigate some of those costs.
Well, you only have how many days?
Till December 7th. I don't even know what day is it.
He doesn't know because he's busy. But I have to tell you, this is what you want to do. You want to speak to somebody local, somebody that is here to answer your questions, and this is the kind of person that Peter is. If you don't understand, he's going to drive all the way to you, no matter where you are. Yep. Showing you pictures, drawing it out, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. You can call him at 602-770-9062. His website is ABCDMEDICARE.com. And I do want to say this, too. A lot of people might have even done something you think, oh, I'm all done. Well, maybe not. You You can still make changes up until December 7th. Yep. So, if you're not quite sure, it's okay to have second set of eyes look at it.
Yeah. One of the things I want to talk about is all that information is people receiving. One of the things that they mislead people with is that you may qualify for this benefit to get money from an insurance company or from the carrier, or you may qualify to get your Medicare Part B paid for, the premium paid for, or you may qualify for extra help. Most of that stuff, especially the financial aid assistance for Medicare Part B, as well as extra help, those are all financial decisions. You have to be at a certain level of income, poverty level income that the government has already designated. And so this is where a lot of people get misled. They believe that, hey, I saw this commercial, I read this on a postcard, someone told me about this. And it's good to ask what's going on to see if you qualify, because there are people who qualified and they're not receiving the benefit. But it's a financial position that you're in. It's not everyone gets it, right? So it's important to work with someone like me who can explain exactly how that works. And if you qualify, we have an abundance of plans that can help you get those benefits that are in there. But it's just important that people are have their guard up a little bit, are leery about some of these commercials. And if they're interested, please contact me. I'd be more than happy to explain how that works. And if it requires a face-to-face meeting, then we'll do that with you.
Is this the extra help that you talk?
Yeah, this is the extra help. So there's programs out there to help people. For example, to get the Medicare Part B, it's an income related. Some people are on Access that get Access, which is Medicaid in Arizona, or Medicare and Medicare as well. And then there's people who just are just above the level, but they still get their Medicare Part B paid for. Again, it's just an income limit level. And then there's people who receive extra help for prescription drugs, which is another income limit level. So the important part is to, if you think you qualify, ask the questions and work with somebody local like myself who can be accountable to servicing you and helping you in that process.
602-770-9062. It's ABCDMEDICARE.com. Sorry about that. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to say too, the commercials on television are extremely deceiving, because when I listen to them, I mean, some of them, they say, oh, it's so easy. Just check your, they just want you to put your zip code in or something like that. Yeah, it isn't like that. You have to understand this.
Yeah, I mean, they tell you that if you live in a certain zip code, you may be eligible for a plan. Medicare Advantage plans are based off of a zip code, right? Really, they're based off of a county. So Maricopa County and all its zip codes plans are based off that. If you live in Pinell County, it's all its zip code. So it's a little misleading on how they say that if you live in the zip code, you're going to get this benefit. Right. It's not. It's a financial benefit, and there may be a plan in that zip code or in that county that offers a benefit, but you still have to qualify for it from a financial perspective.
Speak to someone local. That's what we're getting at here today. And also make sure that you're getting the right plan for you. Peter is your Medicare advocate. He loves what he does. He loves educating people, and he gives you a hat also when you sit and talk with him. It is a free service to you. Don't call anyone on television. Call Peter today at 602-770-9062.